So I just got tracking that my book got delivered. It's my proof copy, so I might still have to change some things, but I'm gonna bring it out to the mailbox to grab it now. You know, I started getting up like about a half hour early on a regular basis. Maybe 6-7 months ago, I was working like 500 to 1,000 words a day, sometimes 250. Just every day started working on it to really try to tell this story of how, you know, I came from basically being a coal miner to doing all these things, and all these like daily principles I've kind of put together over time. So I'm excited to be able to tell the story even more. The Mindset Manual is in the mailbox. I can't wait. I'm excited. Anytime you work on a project to this level and you like just finally get to the point where it's almost done and you can release it out to the public, so cool. Plus, you know, academia is not really my thing, so writing a book I'm kind of pumped about because of that too. Uh-oh. It's taped up good. I'm gonna have to rip it down. Like that banana the other day, I couldn't even get it open. There we go. Ooh, uh-oh. Uh-oh. Rach, you're doing really good on the camera. My wife's running the camera. She says to me before I get on, "What are you going to say?" I said, "I know what to say. Just roll the camera." I'm excited. I can't get it open. I can't get it open. I'm going to do it with the teeth. There we go. Mindset Manual. So what's cool about it is I made it kind of like a workbook. So it has some more space because you go through the chapters, and at the end of the chapter it asks you a bunch of questions, so you can kind of like reflect on things that I explain, and you can go through and really kind of like be relentless, ask you questions, and kind of go through. Let's see, number 7, be a gamer. I also made it look like more like a magazine cover, because that's what a lot of my goals were in the early days, is to make this happen. So I put the blurbs of how to be a gamer, clearly define your goals. So the Mindset Manual by Gregory, coming soon. I'm excited. I just hit 135, 185, this will be 225. You know, when I hurt myself in the meet, attempting to pull 600 at a 181 body weight, I'm asking my body at 7 years old, to do something kind of crazy. Probably not genetically meant to do something like that. Squat 540, then come pull 600 in the same day, right? I don't really cave into that, but anytime I go to a meet, I'm ready to hang it on the line. That's why I'm there that day. So if I'd have hurt myself in training, squatting, which a lot of people are like, "You're going to hurt yourself squatting." I've been a fucking maniac squatting and never got hurt. It's only been in deadlifting, which is kind of crazy. So, and really I think it's because the meet was a long day and there's a lot of factors, but whatever. At the end of the day, like, I'm there to hang it out, and that's what I did. So battling back from those injuries has been a little trying, but my glute shut down, my QL shut down, my hip was twisted, I had all kinds of shit fucked up, because it's like being in a car wreck when you get hurt with a 600-pound deadlift when you're under 200 pounds. So, I mean, I opened up with a triple bodyweight deadlift at 540. I might even splice it in the video. It looked like it was not even on the bar. So, anyhow, my moral of the story is, when you look at yourself, you're only strong as your weakest link. And so my thing was, what was weak that could potentially give in that day? And I believe, even though I did lunges, tons of posterior chain, I was doing GHDs with 70-pound dumbbells for sets of 5, which is crazy. I believe my adductors were weak somehow, because I don't have an inner and outer thigh machine, which is no excuse. I should have been doing band work. I should have been doing more stuff with ankle weights, and so I'll start throwing that stuff in now as I recover. But my streak never stalled. I kept it going this whole time, coming up on 700 days. And look, that's just part of the game, right? Charge it to the game. I've been doing this a really long time, like 20 years competitive. I mean, I started my first powerlifting meet when I was 17, and I'm 37. I've probably done 35, 40 meets and got stronger every year, right? So that's just part of it. So I just want to kind of give you guys a little insight on what I'm going through, how I'm battling it. But I ain't sweating it, though, because I know it's going to come back. So the big key is just trying to stay stable, you know, keeping upright, and just working on the basics, man. Just hitting singles and getting back to it. So Kind of what you want to do, and that changes over time, which it has with me, but you have the idea. But if you can't see through all the brush, and that means the static that you get from people around you, the roadblocks that you run into, basically if you can't take a machete like Rambo John, like John Rambo, and chop through the brush and cut down the trees and basically be bullheaded enough that no matter what happens when you run into those, kind of those type of things, that you can push through till you get to the other side. And people that have no vision have a really hard time and almost never can get to where they want, because they just allow those things. They allow that brush and those trees to get in the way. And so I urge you that if the vision is set, to know that there's trees in front of it, there's brush in front of it. It's never a clear path. And if you can't see through it and push through it, and even when you think you pushed hard enough, it still ain't hard. You still got to push harder. I mean, that's part of it. Every time I was in Muscle Farm, I thought, I thought to myself, I've pushed hard enough. It should be over the top now. It should already be at $1 million. It should be 10 million, 100 million, whatever it is. It was never enough. And eventually, you push through.
Just got to Old School. It's I think right at 5 in the morning. If you listen though, that's what you know the gym is hype. When you roll up, there's no windows. There's no windows in the gym. You can hear the music from the outside. That's when you know your gym's hype at 5 a.m. And I'm telling you, if you're at one of those gyms where it ain't got no intensity, you better start looking, because it makes all the difference in the world. The environment you're in, no matter what it is, I'm telling you, it makes a huge difference. You are a product of your environment. So I'm about to go in there and get this workout. Peace.
Pop it like it's hot, pop it like it's hot, pop it like it's hot. Got the booty on, and I'm going down.